Hi everyone and welcome back to Fully Playable Games. So in today's video we're going to be something that I have been meaning to do for a while. It has got long overdue, now to the point where I've essentially just got to do it. And that is going to be a big update to the games room. So at the moment, you've seen the shelves behind me, they are absolutely fully stacked. So yeah, I've been doing what I can to sort of keep things going as they are, but it's now reached the point where for like my PS1 and my PS2 games I've just got no more room to put anything else in. So it's now time to update the games room. We're actually going to be putting in a whole new bookcase and actually making that a dedicated Xbox bookcase. So we're going to be giving extra space to things like the Xbox One, and then yeah, it'll actually end up us having sort of more space for the 360 and the original Xbox. Other than that, I think the only shelves that are not being touched are going to be the shelves across the top, and those are the Sega shelves. So they're going to stay just as they are, but pretty much every other shelf in here is going to be changed, expanded. Yeah, we've got an absolutely mammoth amount of work to do. But before we can actually crack on with getting everything moved about, first thing we've got to do is empty out my little shelving unit that I've got here with all resale stuff in. So what I'm going to do is going to be moving those to sort of different places within the house. And yeah, we're going to free up this space to get the bookcase in. So let's get that quickly clear. So now that we're clear, I'm able to get the old shelving unit off the wall, and then yeah, we'll get the new one in, built up, and then put it on the wall. So now I've managed to get the box for the bookcase up. Weighs an absolute ton and it was a nightmare getting it back in the car, but we've got it now up. What I'm probably only going to get to build the bookcase tonight, and then probably tomorrow we'll then start getting it loaded up. I've got a couple of spare shelves up in the loft, so what the plan is to actually set the bookcase out exactly the same way as all of the other bookcases, so they sort of match as they go around the room. And yeah, as I say, this bookcase is going to be populated with Xbox games. And then the plan is that we'll be reorganising the other ones. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this populated first, and then we'll then start attacking the bookcases down the other end of the room. Okay, so it's been actually a couple of days since we put the bookcase in. Yeah, it just got a bit too late the night that we put it in, and yeah, I just had work and everything like that. So yeah, we're going to get back to it today. So the plan today is to get all of the shelves in, get all of the Xbox games moved into this. So the plan is that the top 2 shelves will be original Xbox, then the next 4 shelves will be Xbox 360, and then the bottom 2 shelves will be Xbox One. It's not going to leave us a massive amount of growing room for the original Xbox and the Xbox 360, but it will give us a massive amount of space for the Xbox One. I think at the moment we've got the Xbox One on 1 shelf and 2 rows, but we'll probably have 2 full rows, so we'll probably be able to fill both shelves. But that will give us a bit more of an expansion because, yeah, for some reason at the moment when I'm out and about, I'm picking up a lot of PS4 and a lot of Xbox One. So yeah, wanted to have some expansion for both of those two. Then what I'm also going to be doing is, so I have had, in the couple of days that I have put the bookcase in, and now actually put together another couple of ideas that I wanted to do. So what we're going to do is, on the main bookcase that I film in front, I'm actually going to be removing everything from the top, and I'm actually going to be putting console boxes up there. So I've got all of my box consoles now down from the loft, all the boxes for my consoles down from the loft, and then I've put the consoles in them. So they're all going to go up on the top there, and then I have some up here as well. I've got another shelf that I'm actually going to put above the door, and what I'm hoping to do is move my Fallout collection and probably my Res Evil bits up there. So yeah, fingers crossed we'll be able to do that. And then it is just a case, so after we get all the Xbox in, it's then just going to be a just complete sort out of the main shelves. As I say, every shelf is going to change, apart from the top 3, which are the Sega shelves. I don't really know what to do with them at the moment. I want to expand out the Mega Drive, but I don't know how to. I haven't actually got the room to do it. And plus, the shelf that I've got the Master System, Mega CD and Dreamcast on, I hate that shelf. It just looks so untidy, so unorganised. It just looks like everything's been chucked up there. So I am going to put some more thought into what I want to do with those top shelves. But what we are going to be doing, so the shelves that we've got here just above my desk, so what I've done is I've already put it up, the Fender guitar that we got earlier on in the year, the Guitar Hero controller. I think it's sold for it goes for like about £250 on eBay. So I decided to keep it, and I've actually got a wall mounted guitar stand, so that is now sitting above my desk. And then the shelf, the middle shelf that I've got above my desk, which used to have all my anime, all my manga books on, sorry, that's now been cleared. At the moment it's got my Virtual Boy on, but what I'm also going to be doing is getting some stands and moving all of the Game Boy cartridges over onto this shelf as well as the 2 Pokemon Game Boy Colors that we've got. I haven't bought them yet. I'm probably going to get them towards the end of the month. But yeah, they'll be going up there. I'm probably going to put my Spectrums into storage for now. So I'll find somewhere. They'll probably go, I'll put them safely away under the photography table. And yeah, so a lot to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive straight in now, start filling the shelf up with all of the Xbox games, and then yeah, we can get moved over into the main shelves. So that is all of the Xbox games now in the shelf, and yeah, really happy with how it's turned out. Obviously we've got essentially 2 shelves worth of extra storage now for the Xbox One games. We've got sort of this little space here for the 360, and then just this little bit here for the original Xbox. So potentially there will be some more expansion in the future. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, for the moment, I've got a bit of a plan for this part of the shelf, which will be seen in a future video at some point. And then yeah, as I say, I have got extra space down the bottom if I need to have a bit of a shuffle around as well. So let's jump over the other side and have a look at what we're going to be doing over there. So first off, we're going to start off in the bookcase that's normally off to the side when I'm doing my filming. And basically I've got 4 shelves that are ready to go now because we've moved the Xbox over. I have recently moved the PSP down, so the PSP games are now on the shelf just here, because I did have a load of PlayStation consoles along here. They've now been put into their boxes, so that freed up some space on that shelf. So I decided to move the PSP games there. The Vita games I've actually moved behind the PS5, next to the boxed Vita that I've got. So on this shelf, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting Switch up the top here, and then we're going to be filling these 4 shelves with PS4. So at the moment, I have got basically 3 rows of PS4 games. But once again, same as the Xbox One, I have been picking up so many PS4 games recently that I want to have some space to expand out. And equally, between the Xbox One and the PS5, or sorry, the Xbox Series X and the PS5, they're normally the ones that end up being set up when I just want to play something and not put a lot of thought into it. So yeah, I want the games to be easily accessible. So that's one of the reasons for putting them here. So let's get cracking, get these games into the shelves, and then yeah, we will crack on with the rest of them. Okay, so short and sweet, we've got all of the PS4, PS5 and all of the Switch stuff in this shelf now. So yeah, it is starting to be a lot of holes in the bookcases on this side. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, probably go and grab something to eat, then I'm going to come back and yeah, start tackling the main bookcase, because what I want to try and do tonight at the bare minimum is to get the shelf up above the door. So I might actually tackle that next, get that shelf up, and then we can start moving some of the fallout bits from up the top, and yeah, fingers crossed, it'll all start coming together quite nicely. Okay, so that is the shelf up. It's probably the best fitting one that I've put up, but it was an absolute nightmare getting into the wall. I'm surprised the wife didn't come up and have a go, but yeah, that is now up. So the next job is to start moving the Fallout collection over. Not too sure what, I don't know whether I'm going to get my power armor helmet up there. I think that's one of the first things. Do you know what? I'm actually going to try it now while we're doing this. Because I think the shelf is going to be a bit too small for it. You know what? I'm going to put it up there for now. I don't think that shelf's going to be big enough to put it on. I'm just looking at what else we've got up there. I'm hoping that I can get my sort of Fallout bits here, and then I can get my Resident Evil bits on here. that's the hope. But yeah, we will see. So I am going to get everything cleaned up in here, get everything put away, and then yeah, we'll start getting this shelf populated. Okay, so next bit of the room is done. Really happy actually with how it's all set up, and actually now I'm able to get my Your Special book open and on display, which is really good. So yeah, I've got my two Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas limited edition. We've got my Vault Boy from the Vault Boy set from Fallout 4, and then yeah, I've got my Power Armor helmet from the Power Armor edition of Fallout 76. But yeah, that will probably not be staying there. I'm probably going to have to try and find somewhere else to put it. May look to put it on top of the drawers that I've got in the corner over there. Yeah, I'll just have to see. But for now, that can stay up there because I've got no plans to put anything else up there for the moment. And yeah, so now it is going to be concentrating. I'll tell you what, we're going to concentrate on the shelves next. And then I'll leave the top of the units till last, because yeah, we've now got a lot to do. What I will say as well, there's probably going to be a couple of people raging in the comments about how I've just chucked the Xbox games into the shelf, and the PlayStation and Switch. I am going to be going through and alphabetising everything again. It's not been done in absolutely ages. But what I'm just going to do is that gradually over the next couple of months. So yeah, by the time I actually do my next room tour, everything will be alphabetised. But for now, I just want to get everything into its correct position. So yeah, let's jump over to that side of the room and start sorting out. Okay, so it is actually a couple of days later again. So yeah, we're on to what, day 6, something like that. But I am finally going to jump in and get this main set of bookcases done. But before we do, I have got a new addition. So I actually had a delivery yesterday of a game that I had on pre-order, and that is the Detective Pikachu Returns on the Nintendo Switch. It is still sealed because I haven't had a chance to play it yet. I mean, I was originally planning to play it tonight, which is the day that it actually released. But I actually wanted to get these bookcases done, so I'll probably play this over the weekend. But for now, I am going to stick it on the Switch shelf, and yeah, we'll get that added in properly. But as I say, I will be playing that over the weekend. So as I've said, we are going to, with this main set of bookcases, we are actually going to be changing everything around now. So we've got the Mega Drive up here. I'm actually going to be expanding this out onto this shelf. The Saturn games are going to move onto this end one, and then all of these are going to move down. I am going to reorganise this shelf in some way, because it's the one shelf in the whole room that I hate, because I just think it just looks horrible. And yeah, I really want to do something with that. Originally, I was going to expand the N64 onto this shelf, but after looking at it, don't really think there's enough to warrant it. But actually, what I am going to be doing is, once again, because there's been a couple more days, I have completely changed how I want to do things. So I am going to be removing the cart onlys, and I'm actually going to be getting a little storage set of storage drawers, just like I've got over here for all of my cables and controllers. And I'm actually going to be sticking that under the photography table that I've got just next to me. So that will free up a bit of room here. And then yeah, I just want to organise this shelf a bit, just so that we can see these core games a bit better. Then we've got, so the Super Nintendo and the Nintendo are going to stay as they are. the Game Boy is going to be moving, well, the boxed Game Boy games are going to be moving over to the shelf there. I'm actually going to put the carts in that drawer now. I was going to get some display, sort of display racks to put on that shelf, but actually what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my Game Boys, the actual consoles, from this shelf down here, moving them over there, and then that actually will give me another shelf back. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that shelf yet, but it will give me a bit of flexibility of what I can do in the future. So yeah, I'm going to be expanding out the Nintendo and Super Nintendo across this shelf. So yeah, hopefully that will make it look a bit better. Then I'm just looking at my plan that I've got on my computer. So we're going to actually expand the GameCube out. So being the core console that we're collecting for at the moment, I wanted this to have a really big presence sort of right in the middle of the screen, really. I'll be honest. So this is, I'm actually going to move the Game Gear across all 3 shelves, so we're going to have a whole row of Game Gear games. As you can see, with the amount that we've got, we will more than be able to fill all the 3 shelves with at least 1 row, which will be good. And what I'll probably do is I'll start from either that end or that end, and sort of double stack as we get some more. Then what are we doing? So Wii U is going to get its own shelf. I am on a massive push at the moment. I am just loving getting Wii U games at the moment, and I will be honest, I have actually ordered one just before I come on, but that will be for a future video. We're not talking about that now. So yeah, the Wii U is going to finally get its own shelf, which I'm really pleased about. Then DS and 3DS are going to take up these 2 shelves, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch to the other camera just quickly, just so that we can get some more of the shelving in. Okay, hopefully the microphone on my phone is okay for doing this. So where do we get to? Yeah, so 3DS is going to go on here, and then we're going to have DS on here. So yeah, we should have quite a bit of expansion space for those. Then what have we got? So we're going to have Wii, 2 rows of Wii just here. Then we're going to start PS1. I'm actually allocating 3 shelves for PS1. So we're going to have 1, 2 and 3. Then we've got 4 shelves for PS2. So it's going to be this one, this one, this one, and that one. Yes. And then the whole bottom row there is going to be just for PS3. So we're going to have 3 rows of 3 shelves full of PS3 as well. Yeah, we should just be doubling up actually on the PS3, which is really good. So yes, that is. So yeah, as I say, everything is going to get moved around, and yeah, I am looking forward to getting my teeth into it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to start top to bottom, and first off I'm going to be removing all of the cart onlys, basically putting them on my photography table for now, until I can get in and put the set of drawers in, and then yeah, we'll start getting everything reorganised. Okay, so that didn't take as long as I thought it was. I think all in all, just under an hour. I think it's taken me about 55 minutes. But yeah, obviously it's not perfect for me at the moment. See, the Wii U isn't as packed out as I thought it would be, but even still, I was desperate to have a shelf, have a shelf of its own. And then the other shock for me was actually the PS3. So I thought that I had 3 shelves double stacked, when actually I had 4. So yeah, I had 4, but one of them wasn't double stacked. So that's how it worked. But yeah, I managed to get everything in, and I have actually, one of the things I've tried to do as well was on this middle bookcase is to actually keep it to 1 row, and I've actually managed to do that. So the PS1s, they are all 1 row now. I've just got ones lying flat on top. The PS2s, they are all double stacked apart from this middle bookcase. There was no way around that. But I have still got a bit more expansion before I have to double stack on the middle row for the PS2. Same for the PS3. I've got a bit of wiggle room on the 2 bookcases either side, which is good. DS, 3DS, we're good forever. Yeah, we've got a whole area here that's clear. So yeah, I'm not too worried there. GameCube, we've actually got a couple more spaces for a couple more before we have to double stack, which is good. What I am going to do is, whenever I'm double stacking now, I'm going to double stack this side first. I have to say, the one shelf that I am so pleased with is the Dreamcast Mega CD shelf. So if you remember rightly at the beginning, that was the one at the top here, and I hated it. Now I really like how that looks. Really pleased with how that turned out. Obviously we have still got a bit of space. I will say, all in all, in these bookcases, we've definitely, things are a lot looser than they were before. So the games aren't as tightly packed in as they were before we started shifting everything about, which is good. Obviously managed to free up the N64 shelf a bit. So what I did as well was we had 2 games. I think it's Extreme G Racing and Quake. We had in these plastic cases. Instead of actually pulling off one of the cardboard ones, I thought, you know what, I'm going to stick them in the drawer with the N64 carts. What else did we do? Yeah, I think overall a bit disappointed that the Mega Drive will have to double stack straight off the bat, but yeah, it is what it is. But what I do like is that we've now got the 32X front and centre, so there's nothing obstructing it. It is very clear to see, which is really good. But yeah, overall, just really happy to have the Mega Drive games a bit more visible. So yeah, really happy with that. I have to say, I think looking at all of the bits that we've done so far, the one bit that I absolutely love is probably my favourite group of shelves across the whole room are my PS4 and my PS5 shelves. I don't know why, but yeah, I just love the way that they look. So yeah, really happy with that. So next up, I am going to start tackling the tops of the bookcases. So at the moment, we've got the portal shelf down the end. I'm actually a bit worried to remove that box because I know winter last year we had a bit of problem with mould up in that corner. I think I solved it, but yeah, that box hasn't been down since sort of beginning part of the year. So fingers crossed that is all good up there. So what the plan is that I'm going to be putting sort of console boxes across the top here now. So everything that's up there is going to come down. The Mega CD I'm hoping to keep up there and actually keep it down that end. But what we're going to do is we're going to start off this end with the PS4, a couple of variants of the PS3, PS2, PS1, and then just sort of work our way down. What I am going to do is up on the top of the Xbox bookcase, I'm going to start putting my boxed Xbox consoles, but my Xbox One is currently buried in my bedroom, in one of the cupboards in the bedroom, so that's not going up anytime soon, but the space will be up there ready for it. And yeah, we're just basically, what the aim is to try and get as many of the box consoles that I've currently got under the table up the top there. I'm debating what to do with the what I currently got as the Nintendo shelf. So at the moment I've got the Alone in the Dark limited edition, which I'm probably going to take down. U-Draw tablet will come down. We've got my OLED Switch box. So yeah, I'm debating whether to put things like my boxed Wii U, and I'm trying to think what other Nintendo consoles I've got. I've not really got too many Nintendo consoles boxed, and I want to keep my Virtual Boy over there. I absolutely love having that there, working at my desk during the day and just being able to look up and see it. So yeah, that's going to stay up there. I think I'm going to have to have a look at the Nintendo shelf in a bit more detail, but I definitely want to put the Wii, the boxed Wii that I've got up there, and then yeah, other than that, we'll see how everything fits in. So I am going to go and get the ladders, make it a bit easier to get things up. As I say, we'll get the portal gun down and we'll see where we stand. Okay, so that is the main bookcases now done. So we've checked off most of the room now. We've just got one more bit to do. So I want to jump over to behind the camera where I used to have all of my manga books. Now I've got my Virtual Boy sitting on the shelf. So what I want to do is I want to get that kitted out with the boxed Game Boy games and some of my actual Game Boys as well. So yeah, let's flip the camera over there and we'll go over and have a look. Okay, so before we start on this shelf, there's one more addition I want to make to the Xbox bookcase, and that is my complete in-box Xbox 360 Slim. So this was one that I bought myself from Game, and yeah, I am going to stick it up the top there. There we go. It's a bit of a mixed match up there at the moment. A load of bits that I just didn't know where to put. So obviously we've got the Fallout helmet, the Xbox, the Pokemon, which I can't remember the name off the head now, and then the Dead Island Slaughter Pack. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed match up there at the moment, but I am going to look to sort that out in the future. But yeah, for now, as I say, this is the shelf that I want to focus on. So I'm going to take down my Neo Geo Pocket. For now, I'm going to take down the Virtual Boy games because, yeah, I want to basically clear this shelf off of everything apart from the Virtual Boy. So the my Spectrums I'm going to put away into one of the sets, one of the drawers that we're going to be bringing in. Right, so I'll give it a quick wipe over. Right, so basically the plan here is I'm going to try and get a lot of my boxed Game Boys up here. So I think we've got one actually under the table there, and then one or two that we're going to bring over from the shelf. So let me start bringing those over, and then yeah, we'll catch up after I've got them on. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with it. I wouldn't say it's exactly what I envisioned. I'm probably going to do a bit more tweaking on this shelf. Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to keep the mini consoles here. I might have something going in there in the future. To be continued. I might actually move the mini consoles on the top there when I sort out up there. But yeah, I think in general, I'm really happy with how the game room's actually turned out. Adding this bookcase has been the best thing that we could have done. It's really opened up the space. It's even just here, it's just opened it up here. But it's given us so much more room for expansion. I think every single console now, we've got ample amount of room to expand for. I think the only exception is probably the N64. I think that's the only one where we've not really got the expansion room that I would like. But do you know what I mean? How often do I pick up N64 games? That's the way I look at it. And if I'm picking up cartridges, they're going to go into the drawer now. So yeah, I haven't got the drawer yet. That's currently in the little one's room. The little one and the wife are going to sort that out tomorrow, so I'm going to be sticking that under my photography table. But yeah, I think in general, the room is okay for now. So obviously, one of the jobs that I'm going to be doing over the next few months, as I've said, is to actually sort through all the games. I'm going to alphabetize them, make sure they're all in my app and on my spreadsheet, and yeah, just have a really good sort through. And yeah, as I say, the alphabetizing everything is sort of top priority at the moment. But yeah, I think in general, I just can't stop looking around. I will admit that I think the one bit I do love is the consoles up the top. I was hoping that it wasn't just going to be PlayStation, but I'm actually quite liking the sort of PlayStation through the generations. But yeah, I really wanted to have console boxes up the top there. But I didn't want to sacrifice the Fallout shelf. That was the main one that I didn't want to sacrifice. So yeah, just really chuffed that I finally managed to be able to get some console boxes up. I think what I'm thinking with the Nintendo shelf, so as I say, we'll probably get the mini consoles up there. I've got my box for my GameCube. I'm probably going to look to put that up there as well. I've got my boxed Wii and my Switch, so I'm probably going to sort of try and make that into sort of a Nintendo console shelf. But it just depends on how many I can actually get on there. What I'm also thinking as well that I might do, so I've got my 3 shelves here with all of my Pokemon stuff on. I am debating whether to sort of trim that back a bit and have a bit of a sort out, because it is a mess. I think one of the things that I do want to do, I want to get some stands for the Pokemon Game Boy Colors and actually get them moved over here. So I think what I'm going to look to do is actually get some proper stands for the 2 Game Boy Pockets that I've got here and the 2 Game Boy Colors. Get them on this shelf. But yeah, I am debating whether to sort of trim down one of my shelves and make that into the Mega Drive, the Sega shelf. So I've got my Mega CD. I probably won't get my Mega CD 2 up there. I think that box is going to be too big. I've got the box of my Saturn. And then, yeah, I am actually on the lookout for some other boxes as well. So, yeah, I haven't made a decision on that yet. That's something that I've been sort of toying about with for the last couple of days. So, yeah, not too sure whether I'm going to sort of trim down the Pokemon shelves and sort of put a lot of it into storage. But yeah, it's all still a work in progress. But as I say, the bulk of the room is done now. So yeah, really happy. And yeah, now it's time for me to just get everything tidied up and yeah, start enjoying the new game room. So with that said, that is going to wrap up today's video. But if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're not already, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell to be kept up to date when I upload new videos. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Really hope you enjoyed this video and this refreshed games room. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.